But at the end of the day, we need you to innovate, and that innovation, we commercialize it. There's so much that we are going to be getting out of you. There's a lot, Mati, that we can talk when it comes to the issue of sciences and the importance of it, and how do we expose our learners to understand, really going deeper to say what more can we do, because we don't want just to say study sciences and we don't give you that much context as to say what benefits we'll be getting out of that. With me here, I've got the district director of this district, Pinetown district, of which your school is part of the district. District director, these are young, beautiful, ambitious, brilliant young girls who are saying, as I'm introducing you, that's a district director. That is the highest position in the district when it comes to the Department of Education. Can you stand up, the district director? Thank you. District director, as you are standing up, these girls are saying, thank you, district director, continue to warm that seat because we are coming. And we are here to make sure that they are coming, because as we age, we need another girl to come and occupy such positions. Thank you, district director, that you are with us today. We know Ma Moni. Ubongi Wemoni, he is the director of external capacity development and internships of the Human Science Research Council. When I shouted and called them to say, really, I would love to visit in the seminary. I would love you to accompany me. I would love you to even come up with something that will remain at another seminary for our kids to be able to read and research and know more, because it's about research. Life is about that. The Human Resource Council said, Omaboni said, we'll come with you, Deputy Minister. We'll go to those girls. And Mati, they said, we haven't been to your library for now, but they said, we'll even bring books where these learners can sit and research and know more. Dictionaries, science dictionaries, and books where they can research and say what is there for them. I'm having Mamoni with her team from the Human Science Research Council that is with us. It's one of our entities that we have in the department. But there's so much that we are going to be talking to you, Mati, and your management is to say what is it that we are also bringing to school. But I would really love Umamoni to come and greet these learners. She is a scientist. He needs to make sure that he opens up opportunities for these young women to join such councils and to join all other sectors when it comes to the question of science. Mamoni, can you come and greet the girls, please?
Do we know the song, Eti? Yawa, 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 lembeu, yawa, yawa, lemshari, yawa, yawa, lembeu, oh, yawa, yawa, lembeu, yawa, lemshari, yawa, yawa, lembeu. Let me do it again. Good morning.
Good morning, Ma.
Thank you so much. I feel so young, DM. I really feel like, I am like them. It's such an honor and a privilege to be standing before you. I'm observing all protocol in the house. I'm very wary of time. As I've been introduced, my name is Bongi Moni. I work for the Human Sciences Research Council. It's quite an honor. As I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, you guys are privileged. And it's the kind of privilege that you are not supposed to take for granted. When you are so accustomed to something, you think that it has always been there and it will always be there, but the reality is that you are part of a small elite group of people who are not only getting quality education, but quality education that is embedded on the Word of God. And that is what our country needs, that is what our society needs, that is what our world needs. If I were to quote scripture, Proverbs 1 verse 8 says, the beginning of all wisdom is the fear of the Lord. Some version says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. So as you guys are coming here to be educated, I just feel like it's a FOMO because I'm like, where was this school? I'm from Cape Town, so you guys are really, really privileged. I'm here also representing my CEO, Professor Sarah Muswetsa, who's also an alumni of this beautiful school. DM, as I'm listening to you, you are talking to these young people about choices. And again, as a child of God, I quickly went to the scripture that is in Deuteronomy chapter 30, and I'm going to read it because it forms the base of what we're talking about that really resonated with me around choices and the importance of ensuring that we choose correctly. Be it friends, we choose correctly. Be it our paths, career choices, where we are going to study, very important that we choose correctly. As you are sitting there, Umam DM, I call her Mam DM. Umam DM, Uti, she was here matriculating in 1988. 1988, some of you were not even ideas yet. You didn't even know that you were going to be here. But as I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about the fact that she did not know that she would be today a deputy minister to one of the most important departments and portfolio that shapes sciences in our country. And so we don't despise small and humble beginnings. As I'm looking at you, the innocent faces that I'm looking at all of you, tomorrow you are the ones that are going to be ambassadors for our country, representing us to the world. You are the ones that are going to be the ones that are occupying these seats that we are occupying. Therefore, we don't take anything for granted. If you are given an opportunity of this nature, you grab hold of it with both hands because you don't know where it's going to take you. So Deuteronomy says, chapter 30, and I'm reading from verse 15. It's almost like an instruction, and as I'm getting it. It says, now listen, today I'm giving you a choice between life and death, between prosperity and disaster. For I command you this day to love the Lord your God and to keep his commandments, decrees, and regulations by walking in his ways. And then it says, if you do this, it's got benefits. So keeping the Lord's word, his decrees, his laws, his regulations, there are certain benefits. There's by being faithful to the Lord. It says, if you do this, you will live and multiply, and the Lord your God will bless you, and the land you are entering, you are about to enter and occupy. 19 says, today I have given you the choice between life and death, between blessing and curses. I call on the heaven and earth to witness the choice you make. Oh, that you would choose life. It's almost like God himself is begging us to choose life because there are benefits that come with choosing life. So as you navigate life, as you have to make choices around your lives, choose correctly because there are certain benefits that come with that. I'm here to talk to you about, Mem has already spoken about STEM subjects. And we are part of the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation, as I've said, one of the entities. We are responsible for sciences that makes a social difference. So there are different entities within the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. We have what we call the South African Medical Research Council. They are responsible for conducting research that has a medical component to it. And they need young people such as yourselves. We, on this side, we are the Human Sciences Research Council. We interpret what the sciences, the hard sciences are saying and the impact thereof on the human side. So what is the human impact of HIV and AIDS? What is the human impact of tuberculosis? What is the human impact of being in schools that are not adequately equipped? So we focus more on that side. We have a number of researchers. We have an office here in KZN, in Cape Town, as well as in Pretoria. And we are quite intentional about wanting to make science and education sexy. My band, let us go to sciences, let us not fear it, right? So part of our mandate is to do that. And the work that I'm responsible for is to ensure that once you've made the right choices in terms of the subjects that you are going to be taking, so if you are in grade 9, you are now going to have to make subject choices that will take you to grade 12. It's important to choose correctly those subjects because they are the ones that are going to open doors for you when you go to university. When you get to university, there as well choose correctly under the theme of today. After you are done, my department then says, we have internship opportunities that are open, available. I'm responsible for one of the biggest graduate internship program in the country. It places unemployed graduates across the country in different companies, whether it's private companies, it's government entities and departments. We place you there so that you can venture into research and also into the sciences. So when you've done your university, my office is ready to say, where do you want us to place you? With those words, using Mom's words, Bandabang, take education seriously. It is that which will unlock so many opportunities for all of you. I wish you well as you start the academic year, and I'm sure that I will be back here with the DM next year to start the year again with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mambongi. It's such an honor and a privilege to be calling Mrs. Nkosi or Uma Nkosi on stage. I'm actually calling the director that leads a province that came forth in the country. Yeah, so the Pinetown district actually came second. So, you know, we are led. So that's why, as in under seminary, we are also shining because of the leaders that are leading us. So I'm giving her the opportunity to greet us.
Thank you very much, Program Director. A very good morning to our DM. Thank you very much. Umuzalelwe endaweni ethile. You will always remember home. This is her home. She has been with us for quite a long time, and she has never at any given moment forget us as KZN, particularly the school. Siyabonga with your team, together with the representative from SRC, the lady that was presenting herself here. Siyabonga kakhulu. It made sense, but yeah, the DM did indicate that we have choices. The community of Inanda Seminary, I can't be indicating which from this one to you are, DM, this is the pride of the department. We are very much You know, when you talk about Inanda seminar, we don't have any doubt, Tisho Mkhulu, together with your staff and nabantwana abakhona la, leadership ekhona la, yombutho siyabonga mama, for coming here and be with us. In terms of protocol, I'm not allowed to speak after the DM has spoken. So I'm not going to speak. I want to reserve that protocol, but I want to indicate that as a department, it is true, ma'am, we're number 4 in nationally, number 2 in the province, and the district that is leading us, the difference is 1%. That 1% DM, now and again it is said Bauzakeu. You remember the Uzakeu, he claimed into the branch, you know. So we are saying as Pentown District, we are going to drag Uzakeu down. And we are sure about that, and this is one of the schools that I'm banking on, because they are going to contribute to the results that we are going to achieve in 2026. I'm not going to, because UDM has directed that we convene and where we will give, she will have enough time so that she interacts with our schools in Pinetown District. Hopefully, so that we open the eyes of our girls. You know, for me, as UDM has indicated that very soon, I'm left with 5 years in the department. Don't be confused about the face. You know, it's only 5 years. After 5 years, I'm leaving. And I will be happy if by the time I leave, there must be another director. Tonight, as women, let me speak to the women now, and the men must close their ears. If you want something to be said, give it to me. But if you want something to be done, give it to the women. Thank you very much.
Thank you to the Deputy Minister and her team for gracing us with their presence today, and also thank you to the District Director. Members, whenever we speak to you, we say Inanda Seminary is a place where girls learn to shine, and these are the lessons that are going to make you shine. So I'm sure that you've learned a lot today and you are inspired, especially to see someone who sits just like you, being the person she is today. So it's a clear indication that you are in the right place and the world is your oyster. So it's all about the choices that you're making now that are going to determine where you're going to be in the future. So thank you, colleagues. Have a blessed day.
Wherever you will be, the moment you say, I'm from another seminary, I matriculated in another seminary, you will see so many others coming and saying, remember that we embrace you and lead you and expose you to so many other things. And really hold this opportunity that your parents have given you, what your teachers are exposing you to. We'll never forget for the rest of your lives. All the best. Thank you very much.
We are 38 in terms of the staff members, inclusive of the non-teaching staff. There are 18 academic staff members, and there are 20 non-academic staff members in the institution. How we approach the curriculum as an institution, Deputy Minister, we are using what you see in front of you. We are not much into textbooks. We are using the 21st century resources. So each and every one of our classes, you will find this idea hub, and it serves the intention and the vision of the institution very greatly, because it allows the educator as well as the students to do what I've just said, to go beyond the limits and the scope of what becomes available. I'm not talking ill and against textbooks, but you will know that a textbook will always limit you based on the author of the textbook. So with these gadgets, because all our students, they have laptops, and there is also this idea hub, so it allows the classroom environment to be so interactive to a point that new ideas are generated between the student as well as the educator, because all of us in the education environment in that classroom, we are able to do research. Our institution is fully Wi-Fi, so all learners, they do research before they go to the classroom. So we encourage our teachers to use what is called flipped classroom, and it makes, of course, our educators to go beyond the scope of the ATP, because if you use a flipped classroom, it means even yourself, you must then research. When you say to students, go and research about this topic, this is what you are going to be covering tomorrow, you may not know what they are going to come up with, and you must then yourself ensure that you are at the level where you are going to match their expectation. But over and above that, we are also very emphasizing on a project-based learning. We believe that whatever that we are teaching in the classroom must be practicalized. When we teach physical sciences, it's not physical sciences that is only in theory, but we say, now that you know how to do a particular experiment, but how does that experiment then solve the societal problems? That is why most of our students, they develop innovative ideas, and I'm sure it will resonate very well with your department, because there are many innovations and projects that our students develop. Each and every year we have a day set aside, which we call it a Science and Innovation Day, where our students demonstrate what they have developed, integrating all the subjects that you are teaching in the classroom, and say, with the mathematics that I've learned, with physical sciences that I've learned, with life sciences, geography, history, accounting, these are the solutions that in my society where I'm coming from, I believe they are going to work. Some of our students, they've developed solutions to our water problem, our electricity problem, and they've went to a point where they even participated at a national level in terms of the science expos, where some of them, they won different accolades in that aspect. But the other part of our curriculum approach is that we repackage curriculum, because we are a focus school. We repackage curriculum in such a way that we are focusing on what Anton Lembede is designed to focus on. We asked ourselves a question as to, why do we go beyond these subjects? Because we know that all students who are here are going to be streamlined towards these subjects. So it then allowed us to start some of these subjects as early as grade 8. So our subject specialization does not start in grade 10, it starts in grade 8. As a result, as we do that, it makes our students to finish the syllabus by grade 11. The class of 2025, they finished the syllabus in grade 11. They wrote NSC exams as a dry run in grade 11. The grade 12 of 2026, they wrote also the NSC exam as a dry run last year together with 2025 students. So, but we are also ensuring that we expose our students, because we want to compete at an international level. So we expose our students into Olympiads. Olympiads, they allow our students to participate even at an international stage. Some of our students, they have participated in different countries. I'm going to come to some of the students who have went to overseas countries where they also represented the institution in different Olympiads. We have clubs because we encourage also, if you saw our values, we are also encouraging teamwork and collaboration. So we have clubs where we ensure that each and every subject we make sure that our students, they also work in terms of clubs in advancing whatever that they've learned in the classroom, but also share new ideas, because in the 21st century, Deputy Minister, no one is going to succeed alone. Our students must know that for them to succeed, they must collaborate with others, and they must also succeed when others are also succeeding. That's why at some point when the officials of the department, Deputy Minister, when they were here, they said, after my presentation, they said, we are expecting your students to be in the top 10 of the national list. I said, no one amongst our students is going to go there, because that identifies a single student. Most of those schools where you see students in that top 10 list, go to the school itself, you will find that the majority of students are not doing well. So we want our students to succeed as a collective. And when you succeed as a collective, then of course there are some other areas where you must compromise and ensure that some of the time you spend assisting others rather than succeeding as an individual. So those are the fundamental then principles and values that we instill to our students. All our students, they reside inside the institution, all 305 of them. The reason why they should reside in the institution is because our classes, they don't have an allocated time. They run sometimes even at 9 o'clock in the evening. If you come here 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you'll find our students and teachers in class. So that's why we then decided that we don't take anyone who's a day scholar, because otherwise they are going to disrupt our vision as an institution. So also our teachers, we have 90% of them residing inside the institution so that they support the students even after hours. And they do that without being paid an extra cent. It's only because of their dedication and understanding what we want to achieve as an institution. The facilities, as I've said, we have laptops which are given to all the students. We have a library that is not well resourced. We wish our library can have more resources than what it is currently having. We want to, in your presence, Deputy Minister, thank the Human Science Research Council for, I think there were 3 boxes that they donated. They came from Cape Town. They were donated to the institution to also support our library. I think they arrived somewhere last year. We need more of those resources because, as I've said, our students are researching and also they understand the importance of going an extra mile. Otherwise, we also have the facilities, as I've said, dormitories, 5 of them, they accommodate all the students that we have, both boys and girls. Unfortunately or fortunately, I'm sure it will be exciting for you, Deputy Minister, to indicate that out of that 305, the majority of our students are girls. Whilst we had 5 dormitories, the other challenge that we are having of late is the accommodation now of girls, because initially the structure was such that they were going to be 50-50. So as a result, we have changed one of the dormitories that was meant to accommodate boys, and now it is accommodating girls because their number is bigger. And as I've said, it is a good thing because we all of us, I'm sure we want to ensure that we promote the participation of a girl child in math, science and technology. Over and above that, we also support our students in ensuring that mentally and psychologically they are supported. We have career days. We also have important days in the calendar like a Men's Day. It is observed every year. A Women's Day is observed every year, where we call people from outside to come and empower them in terms of what type of citizens as men and women that should coexist in our country. We are charging a very small school fee. Our students are only paying 60,000 for everything inclusive. For uniform, for laptops, for catering, for laundry. We decided that they don't have time because our teaching time is extended until very late, so they are not going to have enough time to do their own laundry. So although abanye abazali bekhala ukuthi ke sakha amavila, kodwa ke it works for the type of the curriculum that we are teaching, because at the end of the day, no one complains that I couldn't attend an extra class because I was doing my own laundry. So all of that is packaged within the 60,000, which they pay on yearly basis. As I've said, there are a number of achievements in the past 5 years. We've just cited what we have achieved in 2025. Uningi Deputy Minister, we had a team that went to France, we had a team that went to Dubai, we had a team that went to Philippines, we had a team that participated in Expo, we had a team that participated in International Science Fair in Johannesburg. One of our students is also next month is going to Vietnam for a mathematics Olympiad. Last year there were 8 of them who went to countries indlela abahamba ngayo, but there were a team of 8 who also represented the country. Not ukuthi siyazenzela nje ukuthi kube yibona abahambayo. They participate with other institutions and they become top of the list. After that, then they go and participate internationally.
You must make a decision with wherever they go, you accompany them, just to make sure that they are safe.
Yeah. So these are. Oh, yeah, they went to India. The 8 that I'm talking about, they went to India, and one of them then is again going to Vietnam in March, early in March. The first class, which was last year, the NSC results, there were 109 of them. All 109 of them passed, and they passed with bachelor passes. We also got distinctions. Life sciences, it had 67 distinctions. Physical science, 29 distinctions. Geography, 36. Mathematics, 18. Accounting, 65. Information technology, 32. I must also indicate, Deputy Minister, that you can check in the entire country. We are the only school that is doing information technology at this number. If you have any school that does information technology, there will be only 5, 6 or 10 students who are doing information technology. And we are told the reason is that because information technology is difficult. But the epoch at which we are living, we should be promoting information technology because it is going to be the future. Even if you become a doctor, you become in any profession, coding and programming is the way that is going to make people to secure their jobs. So information technology is about coding and programming. And if the department is not assisted to promote information technology in schools, you look at the matric results, you'll find, I think there are not even more than 2,000 students who wrote national information technology. But in Anton Lembede, all 109 of them, they wrote information technology. So all our subjects, they passed at 100%, with an exception of mathematics, which was 199%. Only one student who could not pass. As I've said, there were distinctions throughout all our subjects. We are also excited that they didn't pass with distinctions, but there were quality passes. We have students who got 10 distinctions out of the 10 subjects that they were doing. There were students who got 9 distinctions. Some of them got 8 distinctions and some of them got 7 distinctions. We also tracked, we are still in that process because some of them, they are still waiting for the final placements, but we are happy that a majority of them, they have received the acceptance into the universities. 23 of them, they are in VETS, 20 of them in UP, 12 of them, they are in UCT, 10 of them, they are in UKZN, 7 of them, they are in Stellenbosch, 4 of them in UJ, 4 in Northwest, and 2 in the University of Western Cape, and 2 in the University of Free State. Last time I checked, I think there were about 11 who were still waiting for their placements. Otherwise, all 99 of them, or 98 of them, they have been placed in different universities. And also, we're also interested in the courses that they are taking. 30 of them, they are doing bachelors in accounting science. 6 of them, they are doing actuarial science. And 9 of them, they are in medicine. 12 of them, they are doing Bachelor of Science in computer science. 10 of them, they are in engineering. 5 in law, and 15 of them, they are in health sciences. Of course, we have few challenges. Some of the challenges that we have, which you will find in every school, are parents, whilst we are going an extra mile to support their kids, but they are not supporting us in terms of the fees. We are trying our level best to ensure that our parents, they do pay the fees, but that is what we take it as a risk and also a challenge, because if we don't receive the support from the parents in terms of the weekly school fee that we are charging, it may collapse the institution. We haven't done enough. We are trying our level best to also get support from sponsors. We also believe maybe some of them, they were waiting for the institution to have its matric, because not that we're not doing anything, but we were not known. Now that we have produced matric, maybe when we knock in certain doors, we tell them what we have produced, maybe some people will then start responding. As a result, we are crossing fingers. This past week, we were visited by Idube Trade Port. I'm sure they were also motivated by our results. They haven't finalized it, but they are, just that consideration for us, it says something. They want to put a solar system into the entire institution. And that solar system, we believe it is going to assist us, because one of the challenges that we have is the high electricity rate. A month we are paying 450,000. And if really Idube Trade Port would be able to assist us with that solar system and take us off the grid, I'm sure it will go a very long way to decrease our electricity budget. We also have some issues in terms of that 88 staff members. what we are lacking on is the support in terms of the mental health of our students. Now, why mental health is important, Deputy Minister, is because these students, I always make this debate, even with the departmental officials, that the Anton Lembede and any other focus school is a special school. Now, what the department does is that in every special school, they allocate social services. They are fully appointed people who are assisting in special schools with regard to the issues of mental health as well as other issues, because they are special schools. Without realizing that a special school like Anton Lembede, if you have grouped together students who have high potential in maths and science, so you are at a risk of them getting into a mental depression, because remember, a majority of them, where they are coming from, they were number one in their schools. And when they come here and then they find a competition with people of the same level, then it affects them mentally. So we have been dealing with that, and without any training, it has been very difficult to deal with these issues. And I'm sure if we can get support in terms of ensuring that the issue of mental health, we get people who are going to support it, even if we have an NGO that is going to come, not being stationed in the institution, but partner with the institution, I'm sure a majority of the students are going to succeed at the level at which they are made to succeed. We are also having a challenge in terms of the human resource we have. The department could not appoint a person who specializes on IT. The service of the IT, whilst I'm call it breaking whatever term that you may want to use about the facilities that we have, but these facilities, they keep us going only because it is still a new institution. After 10 years, these facilities are going to collapse, and we don't want to lose these facilities. So the absence of a stationed IT support system who are going to service our servers as well as all other gadgets that are IT related may gradually change Anton Lembede to be a normal institution. So you live here and say Anton Lembede is a world-class institution, then after 10 years, maybe Mrs. Bai will not be around, then you are told to chalkboard. Then you think those are the failures of the people who are managing the institution, whereas it's our failure as a system because we develop such unique facilities, but we lack in terms of making them to get support. So I think the Department of Education did a great job with this institution, but where we need to support them or when they need to be supported is to ensure that the maintenance of these facilities is also done so that they produce what they meant to produce. Otherwise, that is it, Deputy Minister and the team, and thank you very much.
My name is Bongiwe Moni. I'm the Director for External Capacity Development and Internships, as well as the Acting Director for Strategic Partnerships and Internationalization at the Human Sciences Research Council, HSRC. We were visiting 2 schools accompanying the Deputy Minister, Dr. Gina. This morning in KZN, we went to Inanda Seminary School, as well as Anton Lembede School of Excellence. And we were really blown away by the quality and excellence that we've experienced in both of these schools. Inanda Seminary is a girls' school. They've performed exceptionally well with their matric results for 2025, and they are really, really one of the best schools in this region. And just when we thought we had seen it all, we then came to Anton Lembede School of Excellence, and we are totally blown away with everything that we've seen here. The quality of the infrastructure, the vision of the school, the articulation of that vision by the principal, who really gave us an overview of what it is that is transpiring at the school. We are so encouraged. They received 100% pass rate, and their maths and science and technology focused school, and most of the learners that were part of the 2025 exams have proceeded to go to universities across the country. I think what is really glaring out, or glaring for me, is the fact that in our country we have some of the most dedicated teachers who go over and above the call of duty to ensure that our children get the best education. And both of these schools exemplify that. I think one of the sentiments that I shared earlier was, if the center is holding, then it means that all the other parts are able to fall into place. And I saw very solid leadership from both these schools and a commitment towards the growth and development of our young people. Of course, there will always be challenges with schools, in particular, given the socio-economic issues of our country. Whilst they do their best to attract the best quality students, students don't always afford to be in these schools. And so we are appealing on businesses, particularly the private sector, to lend a hand. I am standing here at Anton Lembede, and one of the key needs that they have is a need for solar, because as we know, they get periodic load sheddings and power failures. And this is a sentiment that was shared both at Inanda High Seminary as well as this school. So if we could get assistance on providing support in that fashion, that would go a long way.
This week we have been on the Back to School campaign in KwaZulu Natal, where we're focusing on different regions or districts within the Department of Education. We started at King Cetshwayo district, where we visited KwaNxusa, one of the very big schools in the rural areas of KwaNxusa. They are performing very well. What encouraged us more, and the partnership that we want to have with the KwaNxusa High School, is that they want to open more of opportunities for our learners to take mathematics, science subjects, let me just say STEM subjects, and realizing the critical importance of the STEM subjects. And we are working with them to make sure that we open up more opportunities when it comes to that. Yes, there are challenges here and there, but working in collaboration with the Department of Basic Education, we are saying we will come closer to such schools and make sure that they do perform and get into the level that we all wish them to go. Then the second day, we were at the Ilembe district. Also, we visited two schools at in Ilembe district. That was Mabayane High School, Esendwetwe. Again, it's quite a big school, with all the challenges that they have been faced with when it comes to that school. But we're very happy and proud to see such a school now, gathering all the discipline. It's a school where you see that teaching and learning is taking place, and also the involvement of the SGB, the support they get from the parents, involvement of the Department of Education, but above it all, the commitment that one found from the teachers in that school, it's quite amazing, really. And what made me even more happy and excited, looking at the average age of educators there, they're still very young, but the way they are committed, making sure that they are there, teaching extra hours, making sure that they deliver above what is expected of them. And we are seeing a great change when it comes to that school. And again, it's one school with a lot of challenges, more especially when it comes to the issues of infrastructure, the issues of floor space,
and it's one school that is still having asbestos, and those are the things and the interactions that we need to engage with the Department of Education and say how best can we assist such schools, because I can assure you it's not one school that is having that problem, but there are a lot, and we understand the challenges that even the department might be faced with, but we are saying what is it that together we can do to assist in such situations as we found. Then in ML Sultan, it's one of the good schools, again, still under Ilembe, at Stenga. They're doing very well. Really, I commend the work that that school is doing. And thank you very much again to the educators. Thank you very much to the parents of those learners that are there, but also for the learners themselves to have decided that they come to school and they decided that they want to respect and do what is expected of them. Today, we ended up our campaign, our visit to schools at Tegwini, where we visited schools under Pinetown District. We started at Inanda Seminary. There's a school at Inanda, as I've said, that is only teaching or taking care of young women of this world, of this earth, of this country, Inanda Seminary, those girls that are there. Again, it's an old school with a very rich history, starting from 1869, where the school was established. We know a good track record of that school, and we understand even the journey of the schools with the challenges, all the challenges that they've been faced with, but we are very pleased today to get into that school. Looking at the whole turnover and the turnaround of the school, what they are offering, how they are attracting now even more learners to come in, but again, they are still faced with challenges when it comes to infrastructure and so forth, but there is a huge or a lot of determination and a lot of commitment from the management, from the teachers themselves, and even engaging with the young girls that are there at school for them to share with us why so much interested in education and what is it that they want to do out of their own engagement with education. But also, as we go to all these schools, we are biased as the Department of Science, Technology, Innovation, of them taking or leaning more towards the science subject. And that is the commitment that we have making in all the schools to say, how do we walk this journey together and what support can we give to them? Now we are here at Anton Lembede school. It's they term it very well. It's Anton Lembede Center of Excellence, something like that. But it's a focus school where they are focusing on science and technology. Again, this is one of the best things that have ever happened in our education system, ever happened in this district of Pinetown, but also in the province of KwaZulu Natal. We really thank those who had a vision of making sure that they come up with such schools. The excellence, again, that you find here, when we talk to the issue of skills revolution, the exposure that these learners are getting in the school, it's quite amazing. But above it all, again, the commitment and the tireless work that we find among our educators, making sure that they expose these learners, they give these learners the best education that they can get. We're really thankful. And when you talk to the issues of skills revolution, what is it that we make sure that we build the necessary skills, the skills for the future? This is exactly what we are seeing happening in these schools, more especially in these two schools that we have visited today. It's not the end of it. We'll always interact and engage with them. Here today, I was with the Human Science Research Council because they are overseeing what is there, how can they redirect and assist our learners. They can do those hard sciences, but at the end of the day, the question that we must always respond to is to say, what and how does science respond to the needs of our people, to the challenges that you are faced as people? And they play that critical role in making sure that they open up and assist our learners when it comes to the space. So we are committing ourselves as government, we are committing ourselves as the Department of Science and Technology, together with our entities, as to say we'll always be there and make sure that when it comes to opening up this pipeline of our learners taking up the STEM subjects, we're there to assist, working with the Department of Education on the hard work that they're doing. Thank you very much.